Aspen Valley community, good morning. Thank you for being here. Welcome to our 2015 continuation celebration for our awesome 8th grade class. Parents, we have finally arrived. We have done a great job, and I commend all of you parents. Thank you for not only being here today, but for the last 2 years. Please give yourself a round of applause. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And with that, I'll turn it over to our principal, Mr. George Stone.
Well, good morning. Hello. Before I start with my comments, I want to take a moment just to recognize the people who have devoted so much time over the last couple of years to try and shepherd your kids, shepherd you, shepherd us all, principals included, to this day. Principals, to a great extent, are managers of schools. Mr. Thomas is the facilitator of the school. But the real work that happens day to day is done by our teachers in our classrooms, and so I'd like to introduce our staff. In no particular order, Dr. Nita Bice, our counselor. Standing next to her, Mr. David Schumann, science. Crossing over to the other side of the room, Mr. Dustin Flesher, humanities. Ms. Judith Marie Art. Yay. Ms. Leanne Cornett, humanities. Mr. Jeff Alaska, math. And Mr. David Schumann, also math. I'm looking around and I'm looking for Nicole Bordick. Is Nicole here? She's back at the school. Let's give enough of a cheer so she can hear us down there. As most of you know, I spend the bulk of my time at the high school, and I depend on Mr. Thomas to serve as program facilitator at the middle school, keep all the wheels turning down there. Randy Thomas, program facilitator. But I am down at the middle school enough to have gotten to know this year's 8th grade class pretty well. And it's been an interesting 8th grade class. We've had really good times, we've had really bad times. It's kind of like a family, you know, where there are times where we're grumping at each other, there are times where we're hugging each other, there's times where we're celebrating each other, there are times where we just don't want to see each other. It's just kind of like a family. And through all of that, high school is very similar. And so when I was thinking about my comments for this year's 8th grade class, I was kind of surprised to realize that I wanted to give the same message to you guys that I gave to the high schoolers at their graduation a little over a week ago. And that message started with a story, and I'm going to share that story with you. One evening, an elderly Cherokee brave told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. He said, "My son, the battle is between 2 wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." The grandson thought about it for a minute, and then he asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old Cherokee simply replied, the one you feed. We've all marveled as you guys have progressed through your journey. Many of you 7th and 8th grade. Some of you just 8th grade. Sometimes you have fed one wolf. Sometimes you have fed the other. We've all played roles in each other's lives as this battle is played out. We've all tried to help each other figure out how to become our best selves. Sometimes we've struggled, but mostly we've succeeded. Next year, you will enter a brand new world where most of your classmates don't know you. This transitioning your lives, leaving middle school and beginning high school, presents you with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You get to decide who you will be. You get to decide what friends you will make, what goals you will set. You will get to decide which wolf you feed. So I want to remind you as I close of the characteristics of the good wolf, your better self. And I want to challenge you to try and embody these characteristics. They are joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. My hope is that you embody these characteristics as you move forward into 9th grade. Good luck to y'all. And before I turn the mic over to our next speaker, since I have you as a captive audience, many of you are coming on up to Aspen Valley High School for next year. Many of you are wondering when those interviews are going to take place. After this ceremony, I've finished my teacher evaluations, I've finished all the junk that I have to do to close the year. So we're going to be starting to schedule those interviews next week and the following week. Parents, you can expect phone calls to schedule those interviews over the next 2 weeks. So thank you very much, and at this point in time, I would like to introduce Dr. Nita Bice, our next speaker.
Okay, so I would like to sincerely thank my fellow colleagues for nominating me for the D20 Educator of the Year award. I'm very honored that my coworkers appreciated and nominated me for this award because every day I value and give thanks for my role as the Aspen Valley Middle School counselor. Now, to focus on you guys, the students of Aspen Valley Middle School. You are a wonderful group of students. All of us have enjoyed each of you so very much. You have challenged us, you've made us laugh, and you've even made some of us cry. I'd like all of you students to help me thank your families. Students, please stand up and applaud your moms and dads, your grandmas, your grandpas, and tell them thanks. Okay, have a seat. Good listening, excellent. Okay, Mr. Stone, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Flesher, Mr. Schumann, Mr. Alaska, Miss Marie, Miss Cornett, Mr. English, and Miss Bordick and I wonder if we have taught you students enough about self-efficacy, and if each of you know what your deficits and your strengths are that brought you to Aspen Valley Middle School. And we wonder if you're aware of how far you have grown. As each of us reflect back on our time together, we all have our own memories, as I'm sure each of you do with each other, about what presented as a personal academic struggle, and by using the self-awareness taught to you in the self-regulated learning model, what each of you have overcome and grown from. The truth is, students, you are a work in progress. You are not expected to be perfect, but rather to continue to try and do your best. Your self-awareness has grown stronger each day as you have identified whether your struggle with forethought, performance, or self-reflection, and the traits found in each of these SRL categories. You have identified your strength, what you do well, and we hope that you will choose to continue using the self-regulated learning skills that you have practiced over your time with us. Because as you know, when you are self-aware and you use these skills, you go farther in life and experience more academic success. Positive friendships then automatically fall right behind your academic achievement because you have become confident in yourselves. As we think for a moment about moving up to next year, I'm sure that many of you are excited, some of you are nervous, some of you have mixed feelings, some can't wait to get out of here and move on to the next level of your education. But as you head into the lazy days of summer, I'd like you to remember these words taken from Dr. Seuss's books, Oh, the Places You'll Go. He says, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the only one who'll decide where to go. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. So be sure where you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will. 98.75% guaranteed. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure where you step with care and great tact. And remember, life is a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. Be true to yourselves, and don't change too much. As Dr. Seuss said, you won't lag behind because you'll have speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. And as you begin your summer break, rest up, have lots of fun, because as you start the next school year, remember, you're off to great places, and you will refine and define yourself as you travel through high school and onward to college. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way, and will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. For me personally, students, I want to thank you for letting me be your counselor over the last year or two. I will hold each of you in my heart as I wish you well on your way forward in life. I know you are ready to move forward with your learning, but I warn you, don't throw away those SRL skills, but gather them up and take them with you, because your goal is to keep your balance in life, and this is your key to personal success. So, today is your day. Let's celebrate you. Congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, parents and kids.
It's now time for us to have the privilege of hearing from one of our two student speakers, Mr. Alex Nolan. So before you talk, adjust the mic so it's right at your mouth. Yeah.
It's been a great year. My name is Alex Nolan, and to be quite honest, I never thought I'd be standing in front of all you guys giving a speech at the end of middle school. When I was asked, I was shocked, but then I thought, maybe I do have something to say about being here at Aspen Valley. Maybe I am one of the students that's helped the most, so here it goes. The first thing I want to do is correct something people may think about our school. Many people think Aspen Valley is where students go who don't do well or fit in at other schools. I want to tell you this, Aspen Valley is a place where kids like you and me come to learn how to be exceptional people. Aspen Valley is a school where teachers take the time to give us what we need to succeed at the next level. Sure, some of us may have struggled in other school settings, but I think you'll all agree, many of our 8th graders have done really well here. One of the things I've learned about and would like to focus on is motivation. Did you know there are 3 types of motivation? The first type is called amotivation, and it's when you don't really know why you are doing something. It means having no motivation at all. Many of us had amotivation when it came to school when we first got here, and I hope we've moved on from that one. The second is external motivation, where motivation comes from someone else. It's the kind where your mom or dad gives you money for grades or pays you for cleaning your room or having a coach yell at you to do better or you get to run. This helps you get something done, but it's because somebody gives you a reward or punishment. You probably wouldn't have done it yourself, even if it's something good. This motivation won't last if it's not from inside us. The last one is something I think I'm starting to figure out. The third is the most important, and it's called internal motivation. My dad was always trying to get me to work on my grades, but it wasn't important until this year. I have also discovered soccer, and there's something inside me that makes me want to work hard to get better at my favorite sport. Nobody tells me to go out and practice against my wall at home. I just want to do it to improve my skills and reach a goal of playing varsity soccer in high school. I want to challenge all of us to find something that internally motivates us to do something well. What will it be that makes you want to be successful in high school and in life? I think Aspen Valley has been a big part of helping me find my internal motivation. My mom and dad are pretty happy. I figured this out because this less worked for them. A good example of how Aspen Valley helped me move from external to internal motivation is when one of my teachers says something like, "Your writing has come a long way." Encouragement like that helps us want to do better on our own. So here's my main point. We have an exceptional school, and it's a place where we learn how to motivate ourselves to do well in high school and in life. Oh yeah, I quickly want to mention one of the things I'm going to miss the most about this school is big rewards. They were really fun. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Flesher for his amazing games and teaching us things that were a lot of fun. He put in a lot of his own time and money. We appreciate his dedication to helping us. Gaming taught me patience and virtue. How many schools give you the opportunity to hang out with a real wolf? We did. We learned during an assembly about the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Sanctuary. It was pretty cool, and I want one. Mom? No? Okay. In closing, I want to say thank you to my teachers. They were the best. They have taught me a lot of great life lessons, and so thank you. I want to ask you to join me in a round of applause for all of our teachers, and a round of applause for Dr. Bice, Mr. Thomas, Ms. Bordick, and Mr. English. And a huge round of applause for all of our parents, and finally for us, the class of 2019, because we are pretty awesome. Thanks, have a great summer. Thanks, have a great summer, and good luck next year.
Alex, nice job. Thank you so much. As we change to another mic that's charged. Okay, at this time we're going to move into the part of our program where teachers take into consideration the students who have really achieved above and beyond or have made substantial growth or other aspects of performance that are worthy of individual recognition. And we'll begin with the humanities team.
So we've got several humanities awards that we'd like to hand out. Humanities is in part a social studies course. We study economics and history and geography and civics, but it's also a language arts course. So we're really interested in how well students develop their speaking and listening and reading and writing skills. So when we are looking at who are our high achievers, who are the students that have really consistently performed, who have had great work ethic, and who have turned in high performance work, we're really looking at some of those key skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And one 7th grade student stands out as having really achieved at a high level all year. This young lady, her writing is always at the top tier of the writing that we receive. Her reading skills, she's developing great skills at inferential reasoning and understanding figurative language. This young lady across the board has performed really well this year in the 7th grade. This young lady is Brenna Hopkins. And at the 8th grade, humanities is focused on U.S. history and literature that's tied into U.S. history. And the level of performance, the level of expectations at 8th grade humanities rises considerably. These are students that we are preparing to go off to high school, and so we expect high levels of performance in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And in general, I've been really pleased with this 8th grade class. This 8th grade class has been tremendous in our debates and our discussions, in the amount and quality of the writing that they produce. This has been a really great 8th grade class, and there are a number of students who I could point out as really high achievers. But one young man has stood out as really performing at a high level. His writing is consistently at grade level or above grade level. His reading skills in terms of understanding inferential reasoning, figurative language, in terms of understanding complex social dynamics in history and economics, is outstanding. So this young man, I expect to see big things from him in high school. This young man is Mason Randall. And we also have a couple growth awards. These are awards that we hand out for students who have shown huge growth in all the skills I've just mentioned. And at the 7th grade level, one young man has consistently worked very hard to improve all of his skills in humanities. This is Cannon Evans. And at the 8th grade level, one young lady who has been with us for 2 years has shown just remarkable growth. The quality of her writing has improved so tremendously that it's kind of astonishing to me how much her achievement has grown, and I really truly expect her to accomplish great things in high school too. This young lady is Winter Martell. And we just have a few more humanities awards. So the 3 times a year we take the STAR reading test, which is a standardized test that measures students' reading comprehension skills, vocabulary skills, figurative language, literary elements, and it sort of combines all those skills into a score. One of the score is that I look at is the Lexile score, and it's sort of a measure of how advanced the student's reading is. And I'm going to hand out some awards for growth, those students who have shown really high growth in that STAR reading test. Before I get to the 3 award winners, I would like to have some honorable mentions because we had a lot of students who showed really big growth in the STAR reading test. Typically, if a student grows by 100 points or more, by 100 points, that's decent growth. If a student grows by 200 points or more, that's really high growth, and it typically indicates more than a grade level's worth of growth in that test. And we had a lot of students who grew at 200 points or more. So I'd like these honorable mentions to stand just a moment so that we can applaud you. Daniel Levy, Sam Miller, Adam Barish, Griffin Durr, Gabe Hopkins, Allison Viner, Michael McLaughlin, Matthew Grosskopf, and Tyson Brewster. If you could all stand for just a moment, these students showed tremendous growth. Go ahead and sit down. Thank you, students. But we have 3 award winners. These are the students who showed really tremendous growth in that STAR reading test, more than 200 points. These students worked really hard on their reading skills this year, and it definitely shows in that STAR reading test. These students, please come forward so Ms. Cornett can give you your award. These students are Madison Myers, Makaloa Akina, and David Harris. And our next presenter is Miss Marie. She will be handing out the prestigious Art Award.
Visual art is a discipline like any other area in life where people want to achieve. I appreciate the fact that at Aspen Valley Middle School, art is not only a discipline, but it's an academic subject. There's a lot of research that shows the benefits of art in education for young people, all the way through the college level. If you want to be good at anything, it takes a strong desire. It takes a lot of clear thinking, and it takes mostly hard work. Artists are often recognized as talented in the same way that athletes are recognized as talented. But talent is only as strong as the hard work that those people put in to what they want to achieve. And that applies to any area of your life where you want to do well. What I noticed in this student is someone who has a really strong desire and really willing to put in the time and hard work, spending many hours in the art room, going well beyond what was required for her to do for assignments, and immersing herself in the thinking and the work and enjoying it immensely. And that student is Winter Martell.
Our next area is self-regulated learning, spoken to us by Dr. Bice.
Okay, the self-regulated learning, or SRL skills at Aspen Valley Middle School are designed around a consistent model of learning originating from 3 decades of empirical research. Students have been taught lessons in forethought, performance, and reflection. In each of these 3 categories, there are life skills that students have practiced and refined each and every school day. All of you have made great performance in these areas. Today, I would like to recognize 2 outstanding students that staff and I feel have stood out in their personal journey at honing the SRL skills. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your award. These students are Ethan Thompson and Aiden Brady.
Good morning. Science can be quite a challenge in middle schools. It involves many aspects of learning, including learning a brand new set of vocabulary, continuously throughout the year. So it's a very difficult content area. Students have to demonstrate some level of mastery in that area, and everyone here has done that. So I'm really proud of all of our students in science this year. They've done a great job. They've increased their knowledge, and they've also gained those skills that they need to progress as far as life goes when we're talking about those SRL skills you keep hearing being mentioned, specifically forethought and planning. So the kids are really getting better at that, and I'm so proud of them, and they've done a great job in the science classroom. I wish I could give everybody an award, and if I wanted to, I certainly could for different reasons, but we've narrowed it down to a couple of categories. The first category is the Academic Achievement Award for Science. This is for both 7th and 8th grade, and this is for the students that have demonstrated the highest average GPA over the course of the year in science. The 7th grade Academic Achievement Award for Science is being awarded to a young lady that has demonstrated exemplary effort throughout the entire year. Her projects, exam scores, and daily work have placed her at the top of her grade level in the science classroom. Brenna Hopkins, could you please step forward? Good job, Brenna. The 8th grade Academic Achievement Award is being presented to a young man that truly loves and sees the value of science. Several times this year while we were in class, he exclaimed, "I get it now. I finally understand the connection." He's done an awesome job all the way around. He takes his work very seriously. Aiden Grady, could you please step forward? The next award is the High Growth in Science Award. It's reserved for students that have demonstrated the most growth in the science classroom throughout the course of the year. These students have begun to not only master their skills in science, but those associated SRL skills as well. The 7th grade High Growth in Science Award is presented to a young lady that has come a long way in a short time. She's figured out what it takes to be successful and has begun to implement those practices in a way that makes her stand out among her peers. I can't wait to see her continue to excel next year. Sky Ford Baker, or Baker Ford, could you please step forward? Good job, Sky. The 8th grade High Growth in Science Award goes to a young lady that really began to turn it on as the year went by. She's always been capable of high performance and began demonstrating that ability in excess as the year went by. This young lady is definitely destined for greatness. Could you please give a hand for Brandy Gehring? I will be followed by Mr. Jeff Alaska.
Good morning. Mr. English is going to help me pass out some of these awards. First off, we have a student, a 7th grade student that comes into school every day in math and is ready to learn, wants to help others learn, and sees the value of a good education. This student is got such a positive attitude, and I say all the time, attitude is everything, effort equals success, and this young lady has both of those. Brenna Hopkins. This is another 7th grade student who tells me she's not good at math. And so many times that they have this feeling that they're not successful in math and they're never going to be successful in math. And this student has shown that that's not true. She's actually pretty darn good in math. Brooklyn Jerry, can you come up and get a math award? Here's another young lady that says she's not good at math, and during the STAR assessment, she has grown leaps and bounds and is actually getting pretty darn good at math, and that is Sky Baker Ford. I'd like to give a couple 8th grade awards. In math, we have a student that stands out above the rest. Actually, he stands above me because he's quite tall. Yes, they already know. Mason, come on up. This young lady has always put her best foot forward and has, again, a great attitude and is always willing to learn. Licia De La Rosa. And this last one is a student that has got it. He now sees the value of his education and is working so hard. Alex Nolan.
Teachers put so much effort into looking for ways to recognize students. Staff, thank you for all the data collection, all the instruction, all the encouragement that you have done all year long, day after day, week after week. And students, as you heard Alex say earlier, you have an amazing group of teachers. Let's recognize the teachers as well. We now have our second student speaker, Ms. Kayla Ewers. Let's adjust the mic first. Is that good?
Hi, my name is Kayla Ewers. Giving speeches is hard, but what was even harder was first coming to Aspen Valley Middle School. I didn't know what to expect, and I was scared. But when I got to Aspen Valley, everyone was so kind and welcoming. I will always remember that day, because it was that day that I realized I'm not alone. There are others here who understand how hard middle school can be. I realized how much Aspen Valley has changed me, and it's an amazing change. I'm happy now, and I don't have to hide from being me. Much of the change is due to our awesome and helpful teachers. Our teachers taught us the simple things, but also the many complicated and frustrating things. They have not only taught us schoolwork, but they have also taught us the importance of hard work, how it will affect our future, and what we can earn from hard work. And with their encouragement, I realized we can do anything. And our parents deserve a lot of credit too. From our first day of school till now, our parents taught us right from wrong and encouraged us when times were tough. And through all the hardships we have encountered, they were there for us. And we deserve a little credit too, for all our hard work has led us to now, and here we are, graduating 8th grade. So much has helped us reach this point, like our hard work, our determination, and most importantly, our hopes to wonder about our future, to try again when we failed, and to encourage fellow classmates. We have all come a long way from first entering middle school, and we should always remember, try our hardest because we're worth it. So please clap for our teachers, our parents, and for you. Thank you.
Good job, Taylor. Thank you. Now we will recognize those students who have performed superiorly in academics based on their grade point throughout the year. Mr. Flesher, Ms. Cornett, and Ms. Marie will preside over the medal ceremony.
We have gold medals, silver medals, and bronze medals that we are awarding for grade point average. The gold medal goes to students with a 4.0 grade point average for the year. Students with a silver medal receive that silver medal because they have a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.9. And a bronze medal is awarded for a grade point average of 3.0 to 3.49. The expectations at Aspen Valley Middle School are very high, both in terms of the amount of work and the difficulty of the work. The expectations are very high. So these students are performing at very high levels to be awarded these medals. In the gold medal category, we have just one student, and her name is Brenna Hopkins. For silver medals, at the 7th grade level, we have 4 students. Those students are Cannon Evans, Riley Ewers, Michael McLaughlin, and Brooklyn Jerry. And at the 8th grade, for silver medals, we have 8 students. Those students are Genevieve Namika, Aiden Grady, Licia De La Rosa, Winter Martell, Mason Randall, Adam Barish, Kayla Hewers, and Kennedy Ben. And for bronze medals, at the 7th grade level, we have 6 students. Those students are Brandon Ellinghouse, Gregory Singelis, David Harris, Vesper Martell, Aaron DeBlois, and Matthew Groskopf. And at the 8th grade level, I think I'll call these up in 2 groups. We actually have 10 students who are receiving bronze medals at the 8th grade. So I'm going to call these up in 2 groups, starting with Ethan Thompson, Owen Render, Brandy Gehring, Gabe Hopkins, and Turner Bland is the first group. And our second group of bronze medals at the 8th grade level is Alex Nowlin, Joseph Wireman, Tanner Larrabee, Katie Lemaster, and Misty Bollinger. And now we will present our diplomas of continuation to the 8th grade class. And these will be presented by Mr. Stone and Mr. Thomas.
Okay, 8th grade class, be ready. Mr. Stone, are you ready?
I'm ready. Guys, shake under, grab over.
All right. Makaloa Akina.
Yay.
Adam Barish.
With the medal.
Kennedy Ben. Turner Bland. Okay. Misty Bollinger. Gavin Burchett. Lizzie Carrillo. Licia De La Rosa. Griffin Durr. Kayla Ewers. Brandy Gehrig. Aiden Grady. Craig Graham. Gabe Hopkins. Tanner Larrabee. Katie Lemaster. Daniel Lovey. Winter Martell. Maddie Myers. Sam Miller. Kyle Nagy.
Rocking the purple, man. You and Mr. Lance.
Genevieve Namika. Alex Nolan.
That speech is
Mason Randall. Owen Rinder.
like this. You're going to get a diploma in 4 years. There you go, like that.
Caitlin Tillop. Ethan Thompson.
Congratulations, Ethan. Well done.
Allison Viner.
That's it. Congratulations, guys.
And Joseph Wireman.
Last but not least.
And at this time, Mr. Stone, I think we're ready for closing comments.
Parents, let's give our 8th graders a round of applause. You know, I'll go back to something I said earlier. I serve a dual role. I'm principal of both the middle school and the high school. And parents, I want to share with you, last year was the first year where we had sort of a large influx of Aspen Valley Middle School students coming into the high school. And I want to share a couple comments that my teachers have made. And 8th graders, I want you to listen to this also. Our teachers who teach Algebra 1 to the 9th graders and English 1 to the 9th graders, these incoming 9th graders, all uniformly, every single one of them, have talked about how competent, how ready for high school the students are that we get from Aspen Valley Middle School. So first off, I want to, as part of my closing comments, from the staff of Aspen Valley High School to the staff of Aspen Valley Middle School, they want to say thank you for providing us with awesome students. For you as 8th graders moving into 9th grade next year, there's another message. Because I get to see firsthand what Aspen Valley Middle School 8th grade students look like as 9th graders. Parents, I can assure you from my experience with the kids that we had come up from the middle school last year, your students are ready. 8th graders, I can tell you, having seen the 8th graders come up from the middle school to the high school last year, you are ready for high school. It doesn't matter if you come to Aspen Valley High School or go to one of the other high schools, you are ready and you are competent. So I'm going to close with this. Academically, I think you guys are where you need to be and you're going to be successful. Self-regulated learning skills, you're where you need to be, you're going to be successful. But I'm going to go back to that story about the wolves. You have an opportunity when you return to school in the fall to define yourself. What kind of human being will you be? What kind of person will you be? How will you treat other people? How will you make your school and your friends and your classmates and yourselves better? That's my challenge to you. I know you're ready academically. Go in there and be your very best version of yourselves. I want to thank everyone for being here, and I think that closes our ceremony. Congratulations, 8th graders.